In our second episode, we are talking about Autopatch device registration flow. So let's get started. Welcome to Behind the Skins with Windows Autopatch. Today we are discussing an exciting new improvement to the device registration flow. And to talk about it, I have invited two of my colleagues, Andre from the product team and Tyler from the customer acceleration team. So let's start. Tyler, welcome to the call. I know that a lot of our customers are asking to get more visibility around the device readiness process. Would you mind elaborating?
So some of the feedback that we've gotten from our customers around device registration is it's very easy to get their devices registered, but once they're registered for the service, they don't have as much insight necessarily as they would like to see if particular devices have issues with their registration, if there's some configuration on them that's preventing them from working optimally with the service.
Andre, you and the team came up with a solution for this, right?
Yes, we came up with a solution called post-device registration readiness checks. And the idea is to proactively tell customers what client health issues are happening to their devices. And if the device can be fully managed by Autopatch, we want to surface in our portal what is the issue, its impact, and how to remediate it. Everything in our device's blade.
Any good customer examples?
So I was working with a customer recently where they registered for Autopatch and they started registering devices for the service. And it wasn't working for them right out of the gate. And what we discovered was they were controlling Windows Update for Business through group policy. And they were blocking Windows Update for Business because they were managing their updates elsewhere. And it took us a while to figure out that that was what was going on. So Andre, this new capability that you're describing sounds like a perfect solution for that scenario.
I'm really happy to hear this customer example here, Tyler, because that's exactly the solution that we're building into the post-device registration readiness checks. And one of the checks that we're going to have is about letting customers know whether there is a group policy object set in the device that's causing a conflict with the Intune MDM policy for Windows Update, for example.
To be honest, this is amazing. Do you have any demo to share with us?
Yes, definitely. I'll be happy to walk you through the demo right now. So here we are at the Microsoft Endpoint Manager portal. I got here by clicking at Devices at the left navigation menu here. And then when you do that, you're going to see this Windows Autopatch section. Within that, there's Devices. And you click on it, you're going to be able to see the 3 tabs for the Windows Autopatch device blade. And why we end up building 3 tabs here was really to give a seamless device management experience for IT admins. So in here, then, let's talk a little bit about each one of those tabs here. So the first one, the Ready tab, you're only going to see devices that have successfully passed the prerequisite checks, meaning they're successfully registered with Autopatch. And also, we perform the post-device registration readiness checks every 24 hours. So that's then when you're going to see, if you're seeing all the active devices here, that means that these devices then pass those checks as well. The second tab here, the Not Ready tab, these devices were successfully registered with Windows Autopatch in the first place, but now these devices will start showing up here. So basically, we can see 2 statuses here. The first one is device readiness failed, and the second one is inactive. Let's talk about each one of them here. And in this case here, as you can see, I have a device that for some reason it was successfully registered in the first place, but maybe the IT admin, for example, reinstalled Windows in that particular device, but now installed a Windows version that's not supported by Autopatch, for example. So now it's telling me here the OS is not supported for that particular device. And here, the IT admin is going to have a reference to know how to remediate each one of those checks. So that's the idea here. And the inactive status means this device is not communicating with Intune in the last 28 days. So that's why you're going to see inactive here. And then the third tab, the Not Registered tab, it's a tab dedicated to show you statuses for devices that didn't pass the prerequisites checks in the beginning. when you're trying to register devices with Windows Autopatch. So only that here. And then if you click, of course, in one device, you'll be able to see, for example, this device here is not communicating with Intune in the last 28 days. And that's why Windows Autopatch didn't register this device with the service. And that's all I had for this demo. Thank you.
Andre, this is great. And I truly appreciate that you taking the time to take us through the demo. And for you who watch the video, please take the time to actually read the deep dive information around the process and the technical details. The link is on the screen. A lot of your requests and asks so far, we were able to adopt and include in our future releases. With that being said, we want to continue doing so. So we have a community page, the link is on the screen, that you can always log in, ask questions, and let us know what you think about the product. We have a thick skin, so provide us with the true feedback because we really want to make sure that we develop a solution for you. And in this spirit, Tyler, do you have any good examples of customers that helped us shape this product?
Yeah, initially when Autopatch launched, almost right away we started getting some great feedback from customers around their security concerns where we had some service accounts that were being used to maintain the service within customer tenants, and it required the use of some conditional access policies to maintain access with those accounts. And customers did not like that as the methodology that we were using for accessing their tenants. So we heard some pretty strong feedback about that right away.
Andre, Tyler just shared with us a problem statement that he had from customers. Do you mind sharing with us how did you solve it?
We now have app-based authentication. So let me explain this a little more here. Windows Autopatch as a service needs to run certain actions in customers' tenants. For example, to read devices from any Azure AD group, then move devices to deployment ring groups. And we also have to be able to read some Azure AD device properties to register them. So all these operations require permissions in the customer tenant. Now we're using this app-based authentication to perform these and other operations required by the Windows Autopatch service without affecting customers' conditional access policies and also their overall security posture.
Tyler, I know that you hear a lot more feedback from customers. Do you mind sharing more?
Yeah, a big one that we're hearing from customers right now, customers are asking for more control and flexibility within the service. So right now there are 4 different rings that we deploy updates through, and customers want to be able to have a little bit more control in that area. So if they have different business groups that they need to lag behind the regular rings for updates, they want to have control over that and the timing of that. Because they want their devices in Autopatch, and they want to be able to control everything in the same place rather than right now. If they can't maintain updates within those 4 rings, they leave the devices out of the service. So they're looking for a way to bring everything on and be able to manage their device updates in a way that fits their organizational needs.
Andre, considering the feedback that we just got from Tyler, what is next for the service?
I can't say much in the moment, but I can say we are actively working on a solution to allow customers to do custom patch management setups in Windows Autopatch. And the scope of this solution will allow customers to mirror their own organizational structures that are usually represented by Azure AD groups, along with setting up their own patch management cadence and speed. And here I mean deferrals, deadlines, grace periods, etc. That way, customers are in full control and are telling us what's the best patch management model that works for their organizations, so Autopatch can do its job in the best way possible for the customer.
Yeah, that's really great to hear, Andre, that it's being looked into, because one of the things that I've heard from customers is that they feel that one of the best things about Autopatch is that it's simple. One of the best things is its simplicity. And it's important, like you said, to have a balance of being a simple service that does things for the customer while also giving them control to make modifications if they need to.
I did mention before, but I want to emphasize it again. We are looking for your feedback. So we take it extremely, extremely seriously. Make sure that you continue logging your feedback and provide us with input in our community page with the link on the screen. We brought you back from behind the screens because we really want to show the real people that are working on our solutions. With that being said, Autopatch does give IT teams a lot more free time to do additional tasks or do anything else that they want to do? Andre, what would you do with more time?
Well, that's a very good question here. I think I will finally try to learn how to play these instruments behind me here in my office, Lior.
So it's not enough just to buy the guitars, you actually need to learn how to play them?
I do need to do that.
Tyler, what about you? What would you do with more time?
Well, it's not quite cold enough yet, but once we get some more cold weather in the coming months, I want to teach my daughter how to snowboard this year because that's one of my favorite things to do. So it'll be fun to have her come along.
Sounds good. Let me know how it goes because I definitely want to learn as well. Well, we are out of time, so make sure that you continue reading our blogs at the link below. Thank you again for taking the time to watch this video. Have a wonderful day.